Hi, everybody. Welcome to My Emotional Support Besties. I'm here with my emotional support bestie, Reed.
And I'm here with my emotional support bestie, Tori.
Thanks for tuning back in for another fun episode. I have a few fun things to chat about, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to start with. We had some snow recently, and I walked to the store because I didn't know how reliable the roads were going to be. I walk into the store. First off, I was scared to walk across the street because it was dark out. So I did walk way out of my way to go to a crosswalk because I was in a very large parka and I was terrified that I was immobile. I walk into the store. Real warm in there. Already a weird vibe. Just needed a couple of things. I'm walking down the cookie aisle and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get some cookies, whatever. I start smelling weed and I'm like, what's happening right now? Rounding the corner, an elderly gentleman in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank in the back, straight up joint in his hand inside of the grocery store.
Wow.
And then here comes security behind him, just kind of trailing him. No one did anything.
He's like, try me.
Yeah. He's like, I'm vibing. I have got my tank. He was filling up his cart. He was looking at every little thing. Like, you know at the front of the store where it's like, oh, we got some lotions on sale. We got some bath bombs. He's like picking them all up, looking at them, like smelling them. It was honestly immaculate icon.
Wow, I love it. I love how he's like, tank's full, joints ready. Yeah, let's hit up the grocery store.
Yeah. He's like, it's freezing in my house.
I want to go on an adventure.
But also I'm like, he was alone. I hope he was careful getting onto the wheelchair. I want to know if he rode there in the snow or like came in a car.
Was it an electric one?
Yep.
Ooh, that's fun.
And it was his own. Like, it wasn't like a branded one. It was a vibe. But that was a first for me. Never seen anyone.
I've never seen anybody smoking weed right in the grocery shop.
Yeah, just
what
like
aisle?
going down the aisle? Down the cookie aisle. And I was like, he's got the munchies. Said, I'm not putting the joint down. Going to the store.
I want to hotbox the cookie aisle.
That's essentially what he was doing, and people gave 0 Fs.
Papa's hotboxing the cookie aisle.
Essentially, correct. So I don't know what everybody else does on their snow days, but Grandpa, he's figured it out.
I'm proud of him.
Me too. I'm very proud of him. Any fun tales from your snow days?
This was my puppy Ruby's first snow day.
It was very sweet.
It was so adorable. She's from Houston. She's a Texas girl.
Shout out from Houston.
Shout out to Beyonce. Mm-hmm. You and my baby Ruby are Houston girls.
She was singing in her head.
Just kidding, not raised there.
This ain't Texas.
Yeah.
Woo! As she was zooming.
Oh yeah. Yes. But she likes the warm weather, and when I woke them up in the morning, I took both the dogs out and we stood on the back porch and they would not go down the stairs. They're like, absolutely not.
That's freezing.
They're like, not on these paws. I'm cold. And then I coax them out. They go to the bathroom so fast, run back inside. Then later, Ruby's just like shivering in the house. I'm like, oh my God, my poor sweet baby girl. You're not used to this. Chill. So I put on her little puffy vest, her finance bro vest. Mm-hmm. And then she perked right up. She was so excited.
It's her favorite.
Then she, out of character, barks at the back door.
She's learning.
Yeah. To go have zoomies outside. Oh. And her brother just sprint around the backyard in the snow. And then she was eating snow and she was just having a blast. And it was so adorable.
Imagine a combination of seeing grocery Gramps and then Ruby and her finance bro vest in the backyard. Aww. Like all of that together. Ideal snow day.
Oh, a beautiful snow day.
I think he would chuckle. I think you'd love her.
I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't.
Great point.
I love that dog.
Do you want to hear about a dream that I had?
Please tell us.
So I did have a dream the other night, and I don't remember all the details, but for some reason this was it was a very strange. It kind of felt like a short film.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I have dreams that are really lengthy.
Yeah.
Even though I think I read somewhere that most dreams are like 3 to 5 minutes, but in my head,
wait, are you for real?
Yeah. But in my head, like hours. I had a dream that I was a twin.
Wait.
And I knew that she existed. We were identical twins. I knew she existed. But basically the existence of the dream was just that I knew that she had existed. I was trying to find her.
Okay. Oh.
I then end up in front of a bunch of funhouse mirrors.
Oh.
Keep convincing myself that she's in there with me because I'm like, oh, there's multiple of me. And I'm like, hey, Sarah, I don't know. Nope. Run into the mirror because I'm like, oh, there you are. I found you. Nope. Then the funhouse mirrors just disappear.
I love the fact that you're looking at funhouse mirrors and be like, oh, there you are. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was like something in my brain was not comprehending that I was just looking in a mirror.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was like I would feel that relief. Oh, I found this bitch. Here she is. Gonna grab her. Nope. Mirror. But also the way that I did it. Not once. Not twice. 3 times in the mirror. Because I would turn another mirror, see a different angle of me, think, oh, there you are.
I like the fact too of it being like, oh, silly me.
I know. You were just right there.
Oh,
it's fine.
My bad.
Yep.
Well, while you were saying that, I'm really curious because I've never heard about having a dream about having a twins.
Yeah.
I was typing it as you were doing into ChatGPT. I said, what's it mean to have a dream about having a twin? And you can't find her, and then you find funhouse mirrors and you think you found her, but it's just your reflection.
Is it that I feel like I can't find myself?
Well, let's see what chat says. Chat says dreams about having a twin and being unable to find them often symbolizes a search for self-identity, balance, or missing aspects of your personality. Twins in dreams can represent duality, light and dark, rational and emotional, past and future. Wait, did you have this last night?
No, like 3 nights ago.
Because why is this kind of like the plot of Turning Red?
I know.
Whoa. Okay.
But this feels really relevant.
It says suggesting that you might be grappling with conflicting aspects of yourself. The funhouse mirrors could indicate distortion, illusion, or confusion about your sense of self. You think you found your twin, but it's only a reflection. Suggesting that what you're searching for might already exist within you, but you're struggling to recognize or integrate it. This could point to feelings of disconnection or self-doubt or difficulty seeing yourself clearly. Last part, it might be worth reflecting on whether you're feeling lost, uncertain about your identity, or searching for validation outside yourself when it may already be within you. Are you struggling with a major life decision, or do you feel like you're trying to reconcile 2 different sides of yourself?
Okay, chat.
I love that.
Wow. I'm going to need you to copy and paste that and send it to me. I got to bring that up in therapy.
I'll send it to your therapist.
Yeah.
Just an anonymous email from me and be like, hey, heads up for Wednesday.
Yep. I got a little note for you. You might want to add it to your documentation. It's coming your way. Wow. That's good. I love dream interpretation.
I do too. I had one about a woman named Jessica last night.
Oh.
I don't know who she was, but she kept interrupting. And I just kept being like, Jessica, you gotta stop. You gotta go away. And she was really problematic. And I just remember it being like, I don't know, we'd be all together and then Jessica just was being she was interrupting us and we're like, she's not supposed to be here. Why is she here again? Jessica, go away.
Jessica.
Maybe again, Turning Red. Maybe it was the red panda.
I think she's representing something you're not wanting to be there right now.
Jessica.
We watched Turning Red last night.
Great film. First time I ever saw it.
I had watched it, but something's telling me I fell asleep or just was probably doing something else, was not paying attention. Oh my God.
What a film. What a message.
Disney's really stepped it up, considering most of the movies we were watching as kids.
The parents were dead.
Parents were dead, not kids. Oh God. Parents were dead, damsel in distress, a man always has to be there to save them, except for Mulan. But even they had to have a love story part of that. I don't really need that.
A bi love story.
Hey.
So good.
Preach it. But it just was, it touched everything in my heart. it was like a beautiful dynamic too of like almost healing your inner child.
And your mother's inner child.
Yeah, that was the part that really got me.
I know.
It was really, really sweet. And just like the plight of becoming a woman, like just dealing with hormones. I don't know. It all was just.
It also the aspect of friendship and how your
and
friends
how healing that is.
Yeah, and how
really
your
sweet.
girlfriends just love you.
Yep.
It just made me think about our friends. So
Yep.
Tori and I, we are so fortunate. We grew up with the Fab Four. Shout out to the Fab Four.
That's right.
And in the movie, there's 4 girls in it, and they are just each other's closest friends. And that was us with the Fab Four. And the Fab Four got us through every season of life and still going.
Yep.
And we love the Fab Four.
Yep. It was very, very sweet. And I also loved that it was based like in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So
we could relate.
It just felt funny because they had a Tamagotchi in the first part before they tell you that it's 2002. And I was like,
the kids have them again, though.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, they're back. So I was like, oh, maybe this is like recent time. Nope. They were throwing it back.
I love Tamagotchis.
So the kids didn't have social media. They didn't have whatever in this movie. So it was fun and like it felt very nostalgic.
Wholesome.
I loved it. It was
I did
very
too.
sweet. A lot of funny moments. We were riffing on trying to figure out like who we were of the characters. Like, oh, which one of the aunties would we be? Which one of the kids would we be? Because they just were fun, like robust personalities too.
It was so cute. And we watched this with my niece and nephew who we had a slumber party with last night. They are 7 and 9 and
everything.
They are the most wonderful children in the whole world. But we were watching with them, and first we're like going through Disney Plus, like looking at all the different movies, and then Turning Red came up, and my nephew's like, wait, but have you seen that? And I was like, no, I haven't. He's like, I picked the movie. That's it. That's the one you got to see, Turning Red. And I'm like, okay, cool, great. But this leads me into what I was going to tell you earlier, what they said this morning.
Oh, I can't wait.
So the kids were absolutely enamored with where Tori lives in our home.
Yep.
Because we've lived here for a long time now, but they hadn't like come down into the basement and actually seen Tori's apartment. So we fully have a basement apartment that Tori lives in. The kids, our old house had a basement, but it was just like a single room, an unfinished like storage room. And they used to
spooky to live in.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, we always joke that Tori's just chained up in the basement.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got my best friend. Locked her in my basement.
Can't leave.
But they used to, like, every time they'd come over, they'd be like, can we see your basement? Can we see your basement? And we'd be like, sure, yeah, go see the washer and dryer. But they come over and they're like, is Tori home? Can we see her apartment? Can we go? They thought it was a bedroom and that you used our kitchen and our bathrooms and stuff. No, it's a 1-bedroom, like, full apartment. But then it was so cute. So, like, Tori's hanging out with us last night. We watched the movie. She goes back to her apartment, goes to bed, all that.
And we did bring them downstairs. So they
did
got to see it. That was the kickoff of the movie night.
Yeah, they got to see it. But then this morning we wake up, a bit goes by and they go, is Tori awake? And I was like, oh, yeah, like she texted me a little bit ago. And my nephew goes, why'd she text you? Why didn't she just come and tell you? And
I love
like
that.
His interpretation of the way that we live is that like, yo, wake up for the day. Tori comes right upstairs and like, morning, guys.
Oh,
and I'm like,
get out of here.
My gosh.
I like come from like eating all your food.
You're like, hey.
We're like, yeah, we make her breakfast I'm like your child.
Yeah, every morning.
Yep.
We wake up, you're already downstairs like, hey, morning.
Yep. Me and the dogs are cuddling.
Hey, you sleep okay?
Yep. That's right.
I kind of like
you guys have zero privacy. I'm always there.
I like the idea of the way that he's interpreted the way that we live. Is really
and he's
funny.
also like, you guys are in the same house. Why are you texting each other?
Yeah, he's like, just go and ask her.
Yes.
And then I told him, I'm like, oh, sometimes there's days like we go and we or like there's like a few days we don't even see each other. And he's like, but you live together. And I'm like, I mean, technically, but like it's her own
separate residences.
Yeah, like kind of.
Because in his head, like he's only used to having
his house
and like roommates in the same home because his parents and sister, like, they do everything.
They all
get,
live
like,
together.
They do meals and everything. It's like it's a family unit. Makes sense. But you're like, well, when you get older, you'll realize that you like your own space.
Yeah, you like privacy.
Yeah, that's really cute.
It was so cute. I just love. Why didn't she come up here and tell you?
That's so cute. I know, and her niece yesterday was like, apparently before I got home too, was like, wait, I just realized your BFF lives in your house. She's like, that's a dream.
That's a dream come true. And
I'm
I'm
just
like,
so glad that even 7-year-olds are like,
you're like, yeah, girl, we
you got everything
realized
and more.
we realized our 11-year-old dream.
Yep.
We
But then I
made
think
it
she got
happen.
a little self-conscious that like I could only have one best friend, because then she did. She was like, but Tori, can I be your BFF? And I was like, girl, we already are. For the second you guys were born.
So many best friends.
Yeah.
We have all of our emotional support besties.
Exactly. It was very sweet. So I think we have our youngest emotional support bestie fan
That's right.
so far. Yep. Loving Love Island. And I feel like that's kind of that could be a gateway for them for straight men to love Real Housewives. So I'm like, if you're into this, let me show you something else.
My dad always is like, oh, the angry housewives. But then he'll be like, oh gosh, what's Kyle getting up to again?
Yeah, he knows everything about him.
He's like, man, the divorce with Mauricio, you really thought that they were soulmates.
Yep.
He knows what's happening with all of them. He likes it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you, John always makes fun of me because whenever I talk about movies that I'm like, oh God, I love that movie. Like, I have very, very few movies that I can rewatch. I'm a big,
Same.
like, I just want to watch something I've never seen before. I want it to awe me, and then I'll probably never watch it again. And the rewatch, John spotted a pattern. It's always when people are swapping places. I love when people are swapping places.
Ooh, like Freaky Friday. We're getting the second one.
Freaky Friday, the Princess Switch. I just love anything where it's like, oh, we're swapping places.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that or a makeover. I love a makeover movie. I love a Princess Diaries makeover. I love Mean Girl. She gets a makeover in that, you know. I love anything that has that.
Yep.
God, Lindsay Lohan really had those years when we were growing up. Just like blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster. We got
when wasn't she
Freaky
working?
Friday. We had Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. We had Mean Girls.
Herbie
Fully Loaded. Just My Luck. What's the one where she was the spy? It was a Disney Channel original movie with Brenda Song. I'll look it up here. One sec. Hold on.
I don't know if I know what that is.
What?
They were spies? Yeah, hold on. You don't know this? With Brenda Song?
It was called Get a Clue.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure they were spies.
Yep, I remember this.
A wealthy student with too much fashion sense, her equally rich friends, and her rival superior from the school paperwork. From the school paperwork.
Oh, I was like, school paperwork.
From the school paper work together to solve the case when their teacher goes missing. Yeah, they were like, yeah, that was
novice investigators.
That was a great one. I mean, obviously Parent Trap.
Yeah.
It was a good time to be a redhead as a child when Lindsay Lohan was just popping off. So many people would be like, oh my God, you look like Lindsay Lohan. And then
grateful and annoyed.
Well, and then it became a bad time. But we're back to a good time with her. Very proud of her.
She looks great.
She's great. She's doing well.
Happy.
She's so happy.
She's a mom.
She's a mother. And she is mother. And she's, lots of good films.
Yes. That makes me think of something. Reverse age gap. Can we talk about that term? It's not reversing anything.
What's a reverse?
It is just an age gap romance. When the woman is older?
Wait. I'm sorry.
We've just accepted that society. Like the Anne Hathaway movie. Just because the woman's older and the man's younger doesn't make it a reverse age gap.
Who's calling it that?
That is literally what that genre is now called.
What? There's no such thing.
It's just romance.
Or
just age gap.
To me, a reverse age gap, that'd be kind of like opposite age gap, aka the people are the exact same age.
Yes.
What?
So I'm like, as a society, somebody like in culture,
So
in entertainment, somebody was like, oh, we're so used to the man being the one that's older and we've accepted that. So this now has to be like, oh, reverse. Excuse me?
So it's just saying that the definition of age gap is
Yes.
old man, young girl.
Yes.
And this is...
And I'm sorry, but that always rings creepy to me. The woman being older,
not as creepy. There's definitely
not as
instances
creepy.
where
Also, not something I would do just because.
boys already don't mature fast
Correct.
enough.
We know this scientifically. So I'm like, that's probably why it's not happening as much.
Yeah. We're like...
But I'm like, doesn't mean we need to coin it as a different term.
Well, also, can you tell me, what does it mean when it's an age gap, when it's like 2 men or 2 women? What's that called?
Exactly.
No, but really, what's that called?
I don't know. They probably just say age gap. So why is it in a hetero relationship where the woman is older? It has to be a different, gotta add a spice to it.
They're like, oh, dear Lord, somebody actually finds this haggardly old woman.
It is perpetuating that.
That's so weird. Also, Anne Hathaway is like a young, beautiful woman. Like, I don't understand.
Like the Laura Dern, Liam Hemsworth movie. I'm like, why are we calling this reverse? Like, she could be
Aren't
80
they like not even that?
and had no plastic surgery done or anything. Shouldn't be reverse age gap.
Yeah, like it literally is just that it's an age gap.
Yes.
There's a gap in age.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a reverse.
No. It's freaky. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
We're reclaiming it. We're retitling it. It's now called Age Gap.
Age gap romance, regardless of genders, ages. Well, I guess the ages have to be gapped.
It's just regardless of sex or gender.
Anyways, that really got my goat this week.
What does getting a goat mean?
I actually don't understand what that phrase means.
Is that
but
getting a greatest of all time?
I think it's supposed to just mean like really like grinding my gears.
Oh, that grinds my gears.
Like got my goat. I don't know. I have one more story. Actually, this is right on topic because we're just talking about romance, weirdness, and that. I was walking to the store the other day, not to the store, into a store the other day. I'm aware that there's a group of guys in a car pulling up, but I'm at the crosswalk. They stopped. I'm walking in. This was the most specific catcall I've ever received in my life. And it was honestly more flattering than anything else I've ever received. Still not great, but I'm walking in and I hear like them kind of chuckling. And then one of them goes, "Hey, lady." And I like kind of look and they're like, "Hey, you look like you could be our sugar mama. You're hot. Want to be our sugar mama?" So one, they thought I was hot. Two, I was given rich.
Whoa.
The way that I was like, I wish I had like a 20 or something like in my purse and just be like, thanks for that.
Thanks, kids.
Or like write a check or something.
Wow.
But yeah, so I was like, not only am I getting catcalled because they thought I was attractive, I'm getting catcalled because I look rich.
Hey, what were you wearing?
Nothing in particularly great.
You look like
a
you could
sweater.
be our sugar mama. Tori's now our sugar mama.
Yeah, a sweater, a fun, long, puffy vest. This was like, as the snow was melting, it was cold. Like boots and jeans.
Were they the boots with the fur?
No. I wish.
Maybe
they wanted me to buy them boots with the fur. I don't know.
What was your reaction to them? Like, how did you acknowledge them?
This is the funny part. I didn't really do anything because I think at first I thought they were talking to someone else. So I kind of was looking around. I was like, oh, there's no one out here.
Wait, I'm picturing you being like, looking to the side.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, babe, we're talking. Sugar mama?" And I was like, oh, shit. And then
is that how you get a sugar mama or sugar baby?
Maybe
or sugar
I should
daddy?
start trying that.
Yeah, walk around, find a rich guy and be like, "Hey, you look like you could be my sugar daddy."
Yeah. I just went like this, 2-finger salute.
Shut up.
Walked into the store.
Shut up.
Yep.
Wait, that's kind of a boss move.
And they were like, "Hey, come back, sugar mama." And then I didn't hear them because I was in the store.
Oh.
But
wow.
Yeah, it was the most flattering cat call that's ever occurred.
I think you look like you could be a sugar mama.
Early 20s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
what do we call that? A reverse cat call? Because they were younger than me. potentially.
I feel like that's a mighty respectful cat call, because it's like,
yeah, because not like they were like, something disgusting about my body.
No,
it was basically like, you're beautiful and you look rich.
not only that, it's like, you look capable, you look financially responsible,
Yeah.
that you have the means to compensate our lives.
Exactly.
Not only your life, but ours too.
And then I immediately went to my notes and was like, must write this down to remember to talk about this. And
With the besties.
I had to stop myself from texting you or sending a voice. Someone would be like, oh my God, listen to what just happened. I was like, save it. Save it.
That's honestly been the hardest part about us starting to film this podcast, is we are like writing these notes in our notes app to remember to talk about it once we are filming. When normally we would just like hang out, talk to each other, text each other immediately. And so like restraining ourselves is so hard.
Yes.
But we're like, we want our live reactions. We don't want to have to recap it and like, oh my gosh, they called you sugar mama.
Yes.
Why is that? Why would that'd be if I was really bad
That's your acting voice.
That's, dear heavens. You absolutely could be a sugar mama.
Yeah, this is how I find out in your acting classes. That's how you've been going. And they're like, you're just not telling us the notes you've been getting. You're just like,
they're like, why do you have like a vague transatlantic accent, and what's going on?
Like, I'm really inspired by 30s and 40s cinema.
Yeah.
I would love that. You're like, I'm actually currently writing a script for a reverse age gap transatlantic romantic comedy.
Film noir.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that was a pretty wild experience.
That's
I loved it.
Adorable. I'm happy for you. I think that is a really accurate they clocked you really accurately, because you are, a baller babe, and you're hot.
They would have taken a look at my bank account. I'm like, just kidding. You cannot support the lifestyle we were looking for. But if the illusion is there, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's great.
Because like, we project into the world what we want.
Well, we're manifesting, right?
Yeah. To be rich enough to actually be a sugar mama is what I'm putting
Wait,
out there.
actually, that's kind of the craziest thing to think about, is like, you could assume enough wealth to have sugar babies. Like,
yes.
That's like, I'm just thinking about all my expenses, thinking about my list of bills. What if I was like, you know what? I want to assume another list of bills for my sugar baby.
No,
especially when it's just like, hey, can we just go to dinner? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yes.
But I'll pay your rent.
Yeah. Which, like, there's lots of different ways to have companionship in this world.
Yeah,
but I think I'm too selfish to have. I think if I'm gonna have to like pay for babies, they're not gonna be sugar babies. They're gonna be babies I created or have chosen as my children.
Mine will be dogs, just always.
Okay, love that. I mean, they're sweet like sugar, and they're little babies.
Speaking of the list that we have, I'm looking down at mine and I'm like, okay, what did I write? And I don't remember when I wrote this.
I can't wait.
All I wrote, and I can't remember the context, is I'm really into elephants lately.
That's a great thing to be really into.
I think it was it was a video that I watched on the internet. And it was this elephant was playing a trick on a guy. And I was like, oh, a little comedian. It was like
really sweet.
It took a guy's hat and it pretended like it ate its hat.
Get out.
But he didn't actually eat the hat, and he was just joking. And I was like,
love
elephants have jokes.
Yeah, and they also have insane memories.
Yeah. That's like my book idea. The elephant with Alzheimer's. Don't know what's going to happen in that, but it's in my notes
app. That's a really good idea.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I think I wrote it after a dream.
Nothing will make me cry like the videos of like elephants when they were, trained or whatever, or saved by somebody, and then they're released into the wild. And then they have patterns, right? They are very like their memory. They have structure. So that person will go and be where they know the elephants are going to be wandering through for the day, and they recognize them. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
That's my dream.
Oh my God.
And they're just like giant angels.
Any video
like they
like
are
that.
very kind and smart and sweet animals.
Those videos when it's like a lion or something.
Oh yeah.
And the
woof.
person who like raised them, and then they go out there.
And it looks kind of like they're gonna maul them.
Yeah,
but
then
they're
they
just hugging
hug them. Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Can we talk about how they companies that sell swimsuits need to do better with their models?
Tell me more.
Because I'm not going to buy a swimsuit if the model is a way different size and body shape than me. It's going to look different. Like, here's the thing.
I need to see.
Like jeans, t-shirts, whatever. Like, yes, I love the clothing brands where I can select maybe like the size I am or closest to me. And then they have models that kind of reflect
Yes.
that. But like jeans can look universally, like styles. You can kind of figure out what it's going to look like. Swimsuits. I need to know if I have a little bit of a tummy, if my hips are higher, whatever, where the hell is that cut going to hit?
Yeah.
You show me someone with a completely different body type.
I
order
no
it,
idea.
get it. It's going to be much more revealing that it doesn't fit in the right way. When
Like
I'm
that
wearing
swimsuit you got that only covered your nipples.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I saw recently?
What?
A fur swimsuit.
Oh, kill me.
Like that's not. Stop. That's not
Also, I'm sorry.
the fur.
I'm not wearing swimsuits to be seen in the swimsuit.
No.
I'm wearing the swimsuit for the purpose of being in the water.
Yeah.
And so the fact that someone is spending money on a fur swimsuit to then just lounge in it and never be able to you can't go in the water. That was like wet dog. You would get out of the water in your whatever Vegas resort pool, take it back to your room the next morning, walk in the bathroom. Who let a wet dog in here? Guess what, sweetheart? It's your swimsuit.
You know what you'd have to do if you wore that?
What?
Once you get out, you'd have to like
Yes.
like a dog when they like get wet.
1,010%. That's disgusting. And then do you wash it with dog shampoo?
Seriously.
Because you can't put that through the washing machine.
No, I think it's a one and done situation.
Anyways, I could get into a whole rant about that. Remember our gym shirts where we had to write in Sharpie our name on them?
Yeah.
And it looks like a name tag.
Wow, I forgot that we had to change into those gym shirts.
Wow. Middle school gym is a weird place.
Which, how funny is that to think that when you're in elementary school, you don't change for gym?
Yep.
So you just get like
Yes.
super
Ew.
sweaty. I mean,
Yes.
you don't,
Fourth through sixth grade.
fourth through sixth grade, yeah, you kind of start smelling. But like, I just love the idea of like kids being like, yeah, PE was great. I got to go back and do some math problems now.
Like
Just,
was
being
riding those little scooter pulleys. Remember
Oh,
those?
Yeah.
I was playing with the parachute,
Oh yeah.
running around under that.
Oh,
That
now
was a
that's something I would love
great
to
vibe.
experience again.
Let's
Go
do
in
it.
one of those under one of those parachutes.
Let's do it.
We should buy one. Oh my gosh, what if they had it like, like a workout class,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
Modeled after elementary
yeah.
PE.
Yes. Should we start this?
I think it's a really good idea because it's like getting in touch with your inner child, but exercising and having so much fun.
That'd be so fun because I would love to experience the parachute again, and then I'd also love to experience Superhero Week. Superhero
Yes.
Week was the best week ever. We had the net to climb for Spider-Man.
Yep.
We had the rope when you swung across it. I think that was Superman.
Yep.
What else? Who are other superheroes? Batman, Spider-Man,
Just supposed to be like
Catwoman, I think was one.
you're just like superhuman strength or whatever.
Yeah.
For the things. Oh, that was so fun.
Oh my gosh. I really enjoyed that. I always remember like when that would happen, it being like, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Superhero Week.
And it would like get us psyched to go to school.
Yeah, it was
Because
so
I knew
into
that
it.
at some point I was going to get to go do that in my day and it felt fun. But something else that also felt fun for me in school was multiplication table, like timetables.
We talked about this in our first episode.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow, I must have really enjoyed those. But like that kind of stuff, I don't know. Things rarely hit
It was
me in that way
gamified.
now.
It was gamified.
Yes. Work should always be gamified. That's what I want.
You know what gamifies my life?
What?
My ADHD hyperfixation playlist.
Ooh.
I have
Honestly, a playlist hits different on everything.
truly, and I have cracked the code on how to force yourself into hyperfixation if you are needing to clean or like get something done physically. Like if you need to like get up, move your body and like go get something done. I have made a playlist that is basically medicine for me.
Love it.
And I need to look at like what the tempo is because I think there is a red thread of a specific tempo throughout all the songs. but the key hero song, if you will. And the one that sometimes I just put on repeat and it plays like, maybe 17, 30 times while I have my headphones on and I'm cleaning the house. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
yeah.
dun.
That's a hype song.
Gosh, there's something about that song. As soon as it's on, I'm like, zoom, laser focus.
You know what it makes me think of is like high school volleyball.
Oh, the warm-up songs?
Yeah, that used to be like I remember always used to be like our intro song when we came in during a game.
Y'all ready for this?
Like would run out from the locker room and just feel so cool.
So
And then
amped.
songs that were that general feeling were then played as you were getting ready, warming up for the game to start.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my song that I put on the playlist for volleyball warm-ups, that song still gets me feeling that same high. It's that all I want to do is ching 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 and take your money.
Yep.
That was, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and
So
serve.
cool.
I'm gonna serve more than one way.
You know, it was like always on repeat in high school volleyball was that Magic by B.O.B. song.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
That was it.
wait. How's that one go? Oh no!
No.
Because
I got the magic in me.
okay,
That's all I can remember from that song.
The one that I'm thinking,
Uh-oh.
because what happened to B.O.B.? Where is Bob? Was his name Bob, or did
Can't
it
be
stand?
certain.
What did B.O.B. stand for?
I don't know. I'm going to look. Keep talking.
Please look up what B.O.B. stood for. The one that is seared in my brain forever, and I just remember driving in my high school car, is Airplanes by B.O.B.
Oh, absolutely.
And was that Paramore? Who was it?
You'll see the airplanes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The night sky are like shooting stars.
Oh, yeah. Taylor Swift had a song with them, too.
What? What song did Taylor Swift have?
Both of us.
I don't even remember that one.
Oh, his name is Bobby Ray Simmons.
Okay, so B.O.B. is...
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
but
just-
what's B.O.B. stand for?
It's just fun for Bobby, I think.
Where are you, B.O.B.? We want some music. Give us some new tunes. Some other songs on my ADHD hyperfixation playlist. I've got I need a hero, holding out for a hero till the end of the
hyped.
night. I think it's the same one from Shrek 2.
Oh, I know why he's not around, I
Oh,
think.
no.
This isn't that controversial, but it
What?
kind of is.
What?
He became really obsessed with being a flat earther.
No. B.O.B.
So I think people kind of were like,
B.O.B. Wait.
we're going to go ahead and
Does
leave
that
that one in
say?
the past. Says he has also been involved in controversy over support of the flat earth theory. It was around the time that I think we started losing touch with him, you know?
B.O.B. The earth is not flat. And if you could come to realize that, maybe you could make some good music again.
Yep. Oh, he has almost 1 million followers, though, on Instagram.
Let me see what he looks like.
Oh, nice mustache.
Oh, look at that, B.O.B. You're going to
Ooh,
go in a plane. Can't you tell from the plane that the earth is not flat?
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
I love
wait.
that. Okay.
Did he
okay.
change his mind?
Well, maybe that's just like the one controversial opinion he has. I
Maybe
don't know.
he's changed his mind.
Oh, he's a snappy dresser. Shoot. Oh, he was at Fashion Week. Okay.
Wait, so B.O.B.
He's still in culture. We've just been unaware.
We just have not.
But it does appear, according to Reddit threads, that he did lose out on some
Some deals because of the flat earth.
yeah, people were just not really into it for a little bit, but I think he's proud of him.
Oh. Can I tell you other songs that are on my playlist?
Absolutely.
Okay. The other one is Black Widow, baby. I'm gonna love you till it
Yes.
hurts. Okay. Another one is I was busy thinking about boys diddling.
Yep.
Okay, another one. This is the potential breakup
Another
song.
classic.
Mm-hmm. And another one. Gimme another midnight.
Yep.
And I think that's all the songs, and I just put it on repeat. I go to
That's
the
great.
gym, and like it's almost as if I go to the gym, I put my headphones on, I start that playlist, and then all of a sudden I'm walking home because
Love that.
I lock in, I zone in, and boom, you get
You know,
get
you
her
said
done.
it to me. I haven't tried it at the gym yet. I usually watch a TV show or listen to a podcast.
I do that as well.
But sometimes I get then too caught up in how long I've been there, because I think if it was a playlist, I wouldn't necessarily be thinking about the time that's passing. Sometimes with the TV show, I'm like too aware because I'm like, oh, this is a 41-minute thing. Where am I at in the episode? Probably about this.
I do like watching my Real Housewives on the treadmill. Like that's what that's such a treat. When I get there, I get on the treadmill and I go, oh, I have an episode to watch. Ooh,
I know. It motivates me to be like, get off the couch and don't watch it here. Go to the gym.
Yeah, that's something I've been doing lately where I'm like, the only way you're allowed to watch your Real Housewives is if you're taking steps on the treadmill.
We love it. I did have someone tell me recently that they bought a mini trampoline to bounce on while they're watching TV, and I honestly kind of love that.
Oh my God, I would love if you were just like down here bouncing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, you know what that makes me think of?
Because I'll literally hear every single bounce.
I'll fall through the ceiling like John did.
Correct.
Yes. My husband once fell through the ceiling.
And it wasn't just randomly. Don't worry, but I kind of wish it was.
Yeah.
Because it'll make it funnier.
Well, here's the story. Is there going to be a theme of us just like ending on stories of John doing?
Yeah. We love you, John.
Love you, John.
Thanks for the material.
Yeah. So John fell. He did fall through the ceiling into Tori's space. We were not home, so we didn't witness it.
We were out of town.
And we were renovating some of the floor upstairs. We were putting in new floor in our kitchen. And John was messing around with something and was like, oh, better not step right there. Forgets a few minutes later and just through the ceiling. He calls us. He calls us and is like, oh my God, I've just fallen through the ceiling. He's panicked. He's worried. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? We are 6 hours away in Boise.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, and he hangs up. And in my head, what I'm picturing is he fully fell through the ceiling, like boom, bam, on the ground.
Yes. And the visual, because we knew he was alive, but then there also was a little bit of fear, was kind of really funny, even without knowing. And our dear friend Kayla was very pregnant. Oh. And baby was really pushing into her lungs already.
She couldn't
was struggling
breathe.
to breathe. And it was like, it's like that, you're like laughing in church and you're not supposed to. And so it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
And so it just kept escalating funnier.
She was
and
so
she just
hard.
like could not breathe. Oh, and so then it just made it funnier when then he did call back and explain.
And he's like, no, I'm fine. It was just his leg had gone through and like busted through the ceiling.
Yep.
But then we patched the ceiling. That's like the one handyman thing I've done. I patched a ceiling.
Can't even tell.
Patched that ceiling.
Patch boys.
But when we tell people the story, we like to make them think that he just fell all the way through because
was just like
and
walking with a snack or whatever and just
So I had this thought, actually speaking of vents, I had this thought recently because I was watching I watched a trailer of like some spy movie or something like that, and something else recently where somebody was crawling through a vent. Like they climbed up into the hole and then were crawling through the vent. I really thought by this point in my life that I would have experienced crawling through a vent because why is that in so many different things? Like people,
that and quicksand
and crawling through a vent, and also a Venus flytrap. I've actually never seen a Venus flytrap in my life.
I know it.
I would love to, but I've never climbed into a vent and crawled and used it as like a pathway to get to a different room, hiding. Could we even fit? Like,
I know. Our HVAC systems in large buildings even set up that way anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, but man, they really sold that. They really sold that idea to us.
I just watching
like
a really
Spy
cheesy
Kids
detective show. They just did that. They
I
put
think
someone
in
up
that
there.
Lindsay Lohan Get a Clue, I think they crawl in a thing. They happen on That's So Raven. I think they happen on Hannah Montana. Like,
I mean, it makes sense. It's like a connective tunnel system in every building.
Yeah. Should we find? Let's find one and climb in it. I really would like to.
And
except for,
back.
could you imagine how warm?
No, thank you.
Wait,
and
you know what I'm
fall
thinking?
Through.
I'm thinking about, I believe it was That's So Raven. There was stinky cheese.
Yep.
In the thing, and then the heat turns on, and I just remember her be like, "Oh God, it smells so bad."
That's disgusting.
That would smell horrible.
That's really gross. I just had a thought about that. Dang it.
When I was a kid, you know, like American cheese where it's like in the plastic.
Yeah.
And then like Tillamook cheese.
Yeah.
So the plastic wrap American cheese, that was called mommy cheese. And then the Tillamook cheese was called daddy cheese because my mom liked the American cheese. My dad liked the like Tillamook cheese. And so they'd be like making a grilled cheese sandwich. And they'd be like, do you want mommy cheese or daddy cheese? And I still think of them in that way. Like when I'm
hilarious.
Like, oh, I kind of want some mommy cheese on my grilled cheese because it melts better. I mean, American cheese.
I've never once liked American cheese.
I only like it when it's a melting situation.
Yeah.
But you know me and that Tillamook.
God,
I love Tillamook cheese. Nothing hits like Tillamook cheese.
Nothing hits better.
Yeah, their ice cream is really, really good. It was that ice cream and Umpqua ice cream going up that were always like, please, can you get those? Don't get the other ones.
Yep.
Like, because the others are like Breyers and why is there Breyers and Dryers? Why is there Breyers and Dryers?
It makes me think there was like brothers that made one company or something and then like split and we're like, huh.
That just made me think about the Twix bars where it's like, we're two brothers, left side Twix, right side Twix. What was that about?
That's a thing.
Do you remember those commercials when we were growing up? It was like the two Twix bars. They had like two separate factories and they're like angry with each other. And there's like the left side and right side Twix. And like it was simply just in the commercials. And it was not like, it didn't make any sense. And I never understood why that was like a concept that somebody in an ad agency was like, you know what we're going to do is make a family feud between two brothers who own the Twix bars. And then they'd be like, the right one is better. The left one is better. But like Twix's
concept.
Is it Twix's? Twix? Yeah. Is Twix already plural? They are the same. And I never understood it. And
then it left you confused. Like, is there something that's a different ingredient in one or the other?
It left me not wanting a Twix. I hate Twix.
I'm not going to pick them, but they're not terrible.
I won't pick them, and I won't eat them.
Elite in my head.
I still have a box of...
A box of Twix?
I still have a box of Twix from 2001, the year my great-grandmother died, because it was the last gift that she gave me, and I was a sentimental child.
Ew, there's a Twix in it?
There's 10 Twix in it. It's one of those big boxes that just have Twix in it.
When do Twix expire?
Oh, they're absolutely expired. These are from 2001, Tori.
Do they have mold on them?
I don't know. They're like wrapped. I doubt there's mold because they're wrapped, but my great grandmother died shortly after Christmas. And for Christmas, she got me and all my cousins a box of Twix and like $10. I bought a Polly Pocket and a little Hamtaro,
of course,
figurine with the $10. And then she passed away. And this was my first time ever dealing with grief. And how did I deal with it? I was like, I will never eat these Twix and I will never play with this Polly Pocket or play with my Hamtaro ever again. And I will keep these in the safe spot to honor my nanny.
Love that.
And you know what? It is still in my childhood closet inside my like safekeeping box, full box, 10 Twix from 2001.
Wow. How fun.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day Twix will get out of the production cycle and then you could sell that.
Or maybe I could be like, hey, does anybody have a candy museum where they want to see what a box of Twix in 2001 looked like? Because I could show you.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, you want to see? Hey, kids, look at this.
Got a Twix. And they're like, I give zero shits.
Yeah. No, thanks.
This has been episode 3 already, which is crazy.
I cannot believe we have already filmed episode 3.
Truly.
It's just the beginning.
I know. And we're getting our schedule down. We're getting our flow down. It's getting easier every episode.
Yeah, you should see us. We're getting real fast at setting everything up.
Real efficient with our process here. So.
Yeah, because guess what, y'all? We are not only the entertainment. We are not only the ones speaking to you right now. We are also the sound engineers, the producers, the editors.
The studio staff.
We also...
we're craft services.
I was just going to say we're craft services with our snacks.
That's right. We're our own agents, our own managers, marketing team.
Yeah. Creative.
I love it.
design team.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know,
So, if you ever want to know about anything,
yeah.
say it.
If you want to know what
It'll
it's,
come at a price. But
she knows her
I
worth.
mean, we got to monetize.
She knows her
We got to
worth.
monetize. If I'm going to continue to be someone's sugar mama.
Yeah. If you are going to go,
I have 4 young men.
if you're going to be walking to this grocery store,
Yeah.
you're going to have to be someone's sugar mama.
Yes.
And you're also going to need to find grandpa,
Grocery
grocery grandpa to hitch a ride.
Yep. On that scooter and
on
smoke
that
a J.
scooter and smoke a J. That's where you'll find Tori this weekend.
Yep.
We're going to see y'all next week.
Catch us on YouTube, please.
Check us out on YouTube. Make sure if you enjoyed this to give us a 5-star rating. It really helps. Like and subscribe.
You can do that on Spotify as well. Well,
Bye.
we love you, besties.
Absolutely, Oprah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And for that, it's time to go.